I always say, try to imagine looking at one person, or like when you're moving, projecting outward, and you're trying to go into somebody's chest and hold their heart for a moment and see what they need and give it to them. I don't ever look in the mirror when I'm moving because I'm trying to see myself. Sometimes I don't even remember seeing myself move. I just think of where it's coming from, and I let that light go out. And when I create a piece, I work off of the energy of my students because I want them to feel healed when they leave, or feel alive again, or dissect something in their soul that they haven't, gotten in touch with. And I dance to give, because there's so many people in this world who just need love, or they need laughter, or they need light, or they need the message that you're going to be okay, or you're not the only one going through this, and we're going to get through it together. And I had two friends that were very close to me at the time who were struggling with a lot of really difficult things, and both of them were very suicidal at the time. And I didn't understand the concept of being suicidal and wanting to end your life, because there were so many things that I wanted them to be able to experience, and somewhere along the way they had lost sight of what they wanted in their life, and they just didn't want to push forward anymore. And they came to me and they shared this with me, and it hit me really hard. So the only way that I could think of helping them or helping them get through it was dance. And I had created this solo, and it was very difficult to create at the time. And they came to the performance, and afterwards, one of them came up to me in a puddle of tears and just held me for 5+ minutes. I don't even remember how long it was. We didn't say a word. And somewhere in there, she was healed and I was healed, and we just held each other. And I realized that what I had created and given to her had helped her get through this and made her want to keep living. And that was a really powerful moment for me and for her. And I'm really grateful that I had that experience with her, because from that moment, I would say it became my main goal and my intention to give to people, because I realized what dance can do for someone and what it can do for myself. Yeah. Whenever people say to me, I can't dance, I always look at them and I say, yes, you can. You just have to trust yourself. You just have to try. And sometimes I take people's hands and I'm like, okay, we're just gonna move. And a lot of people are hesitant and they hold a lot of tension and they resist that because they're afraid to not look good or to mess up. And with dance, you can't mess up because it's just movement. It's a way of being. It's an art form. So I would say that everyone should be open to getting in tune with that side of themselves, because that's where the beautiful things come out, when you decide to, open up the cupboard and see, ooh, there's so many things in here that I can, pull out. And I would just say to trust yourself and just know that you're gonna be okay, and you're gonna find some amazing side of yourself that you never have met before. I think it's really important that people love themselves and accept this, beautiful temple that they're living in, that they're breathing in, that they're moving in. Because without that self-love, there's a disconnect between anybody and anything that comes your way. If you're not able to find that love for your heart, your soul, your minds, your words, your actions, I feel like people will be lost in some shape or form. So if there's one thing that I really want my students and anybody who walks into my classroom to feel, or whoever walks into that space with me, is that they are accepted, they are loved, they're welcomed, and they have the freedom to love themselves and have no shame in that, and just trust their process and their direction. And yeah, self-love, it's a beautiful thing.